Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Yin Yoga Sunday. Thank you for being here today. I think we all need some Yin Yoga to allow us to settle down, quieten down the mind and the body. We will give a few minutes for whoever is joining us to just check in and to get organized. In the meantime, I would recommend, if you have a block or two, a strap or a tie or a towel of any kind would be nice to have close by you. If you have two sleeping pillows, that would be great, or bolsters and a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you may not need it, but maybe a big folded towel, like a beach towel, would be nice just to have here, so you have all the options to allow you to really settle down into the practice today. At the end of the class, you will be given the opportunity and the choice to finish up your pose on the wall, with legs on the wall. So if your mat is near the wall, that's great, and if it isn't, then you'll do regular Shavasana, which will be just as delicious. Today's theme, or the two words that came to my mind today were, one, patience, and the second one is awakening. So many things are going on in the country. In the last 3 months, we've been through a real roller coaster, and then the last couple of weeks have been very emotional for many people, to top everything else that we've gone through. So today I will encourage you to be patient with your body and with your mind first, as the practice of Yin Yoga is a very cooling practice, meaning that there's no heat, we're not moving much, we're staying steady, and it's an opportunity for us to really reset our mind and our body, to take another pause and to check in with our nerve system, to allow the muscles to surrender, and then to put more pressure into the joints, which will allow us to create some strength into the joint, to break into the connective tissue. Most of the connective tissue is in the joints, and to hydrate the tissue. Awakening is, we need to wake up. We need to be aware of where we are in our space, and where we are as a citizen, or as a part of your family, and how does that evolve, and how can we all awaken our inner self to be in a higher place, so we can support each other. And instead of voicing anger, maybe we will voice compassion. So the compassion and the patience has to start with our bodies first. I will invite you to sit on a block. If you don't have a block, maybe on your pillows, in Vajrasana hero variation. So one block or two blocks. Find any comfortable seat that is good for you. If you have a strap close by you, please bring it by. Or just waken up the body just a little bit. Lift up your arms, inhale. And then exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Notice your body on the block or the pillow, wherever you are. Keep going from one side to another, just waking up the body. And again, starting to awaken your body, your tissue, your nerve system. Just do one more on each side. Your whole practice will be based on your breath. That's a whole practice on its own. Breathing, using your breath as a medicine. Slowly bring your hands to your heart center, bow your head to your heart. Soften your skin. In order to be patient and awaken, we have to feel grounded. So feel the earth beneath you. Take a moment to check in with yourself, to give you the permission to dedicate this block of time for your well-being. Oftentimes we don't consider relaxation as something that is in our menu. And I will encourage you to do more and more of that. The more you do that, the more you check in with yourself, the more clarity you have and the opportunity to let go. Open your eyes if they were closed. Find your strap or towel or whatever you have. If you have a loop already, great, just keep it that way. If you don't, just hold the strap like that. Lift up your arms up and over your head. Ground your right hand behind you. If you need more strap, just loosen up the strap and then hold on with your left thumb. Lift your chest up. Ground through the sitting bones, lift through the rib cage. Slowly come up, inhale, and simply change to the other side. Lengthen the spine tall, ground through the sitting bones, lift your rib cage, soften your gaze. And start to wake up your breath. Focus on your chest cavity, expanding your chest cavity through the right, the left side of your rib cage, the front and the back of your heart. Slowly come up. We'll do that one more time. Over lengthen. Maybe this time your spine is longer. Ground your seat, but lift your rib cage up. Allow your breath to be steady. As you scan your body, notice where you might feel some resistance. Turn your inner light from your third eye in the form of a flashlight. So now you have eyes inside of your body, allowing you to feel, to notice, to connect to the sensations that will arise. Slowly come up, inhale. Go to the other side, ground again through the sitting bones, lift your rib cage up. And now turn the light on into your spine. Create space between each and every vertebra. Slowly come center. Release the strap. A few shoulder rolls. And now take your right palm over the crown of your head. Take your left hand on top of your right hand. Ground through the sitting bones and now lengthen your spine. Feel the length in your spine. Draw the shoulders back and down. And now lift your left hand away from your right hand about 2 inches. And now lift your right hand away from the crown of your head. So both hands are hovering. And now lengthen that spine and feel the top hand lengthening to the ceiling. And now turn the light on in your spine. Feel the length. Your hands are not moving, but your spine is getting long. Feel the length through the tailbone and through the crown of the head. And now that's your main energy channel. Connects to your all 7 chakras from the pelvic floor through the crown of your head. And now release your hands and let it go. Take your right hand. Take the index finger and the middle finger between to your third eye, between your eyebrows. Take a deep inhale. We're going to do Nadi Shodhana, so alternate breathing just to clear and balance the right and left side of our brain. Your thumb will be on your right nostril, index finger and middle finger to the third eye. Take a regular inhale and a regular exhale. And I inhale through the left nostril. Pause. Ring finger to your left nostril, open your right nostril, exhale. Inhale right, feel the length in your spine. Pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Long spine, relax your shoulders. Exhale left. Inhale left. Feel your breath through the spine. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. Last one. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Release your hand to your thigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Ah. Good. Welcome. I hope you feel a little bit more grounded. As I said, patience and awakening is our theme today. Move the block out of your way, please. We'll start with a deer pose, which is in yoga. Well, in Yin Yoga, it's deer pose. Regular yoga is known as divine twist. Find your two pillows. Please align your pillows with your hips. So your low back is flush with the pillows, two pillows. If you're super tight, it might feel really nice to put even 3 pillows, or if you have an extra blanket there, just to give you the extra support. Take your hands behind you. Open your feet hip width apart. Lift your hips off the floor, scoot them to the right. Drop both knees to the left. And now find your pillows, draw them into your hip again. Lengthen your spine tall. And then keep twisting to the left. To begin with, your left cheek might be on the pillow. Relax your arms. As time goes by, you might turn your right cheek on the mat, on the pillow. Okay, so just go slow. Through your practice here today, make sure that your right knee is behind your left foot. Through the practice, I might just get out of the pose, but I will, only so I can guide you better, but I would let you know when the time is to come up. The only time that you're coming out of the pose is either to deepen it or to go back if you feel that you went too far. So in Yin Yoga, the main focus here is no muscle contractions at all. This is a time where we let go. We are being patient. And then as we turn our inner flashlight from the third eye, the space between your eyebrows, traveling through the senses of your body, so your inner flashlight is traveling within, also to allow you to notice if your habits snack up on you, such as tensing your shoulders, such as being in your head. So start with letting go of your habits first, as if you're trying to loosen up some screws in your joints, and to find a creative way to let your breath travel through. Breathe. Soften your gaze. Notice your chest expanding to the right, to the left, to the front, and to the back. Stay where you are. Lower the volume here a little bit. Breathe in and breathe out. Every inhalation, there is a pause. Notice, feel. Every exhalation, letting go of something that doesn't serve you. Notice if your muscles are relaxed. Notice your shoulders. And then a form of twisting here is wonderful for the digestive system, the liver, the adrenals, detoxing. So turn your inner light now. Your inner light is always in the form of a flashlight. Oftentimes, it's a form of an internal massage. So envision your inner light has this magic ability to spray a little bit of aromatherapy through the sensations of the stretch. Soften your shoulders, your hips. Bring the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And then as you focus from your third eye traveling inwardly, envision you turning the light on in your feet, in your hips, your shoulders. Then just sink into the mat. Let the mat hold you, support you here. With your inhalation, bulge your abdomen out, pause, and then exhale, squeeze your belly in, vacuum all the tension out of your body. With your next breath, push the floor. Slowly come all the way up. Bring your knees upright. Just lay on your bolster or your pillows, wherever it is. Take your hands behind you for a moment. Open your heart here. Notice and feel. So the Yin practice is a very cooling practice. We're trying to calm the mind. We're trying to remove obstacles in our body. May it be toxins, stress, negative thoughts. And then our inner pillar of light is creating a path for our breath to nurture, to repair and to heal. Anytime your mind wanders and distracts you, turn the light on in your head and remind yourself patience. Slowly come up. Low back against your pillows. Take your hands behind you. Shift your hips to the left. Drop your knees to the right. Left knee behind you. If your left knee is in the air because you're super tight, please find a little towel or something to put underneath your knee so you don't have to hold on to that. You want to surrender as best as you can. Again, you might have to adjust. You have to come closer to your pillows. Both hands framing your pillows. Push the floor to lift your spine tall. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Feel the length of your crown. And then find your pillows. Adjust your pillows. Make sure that they're snug into your hip. And then slowly relax your arm. You will start with your right cheek on the floor. And as time goes by, if you need to go further, you'll be able to. So in Yin Yoga, we have three main points and acts that we look at. One, we find the edge of the stretch. Where is the edge where you feel that you can stay there, sustain it? Two, we find stillness, trying to adapt into that pose allowing your body to settle down, the connective tissue to find its own path. And the third is to give it time. And that's the difference between an active stretch and a passive stretch. Right here is a passive stretch where we don't force the muscles. We do force in a natural manner the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, turn your inner light on. Your inner light is your inner flashlight. It's your inner massage. Stay where you are. And then in your vision with your patience, as you travel with your inner flashlight, you're starting and trying to awaken your mind, your body, your soul. Whatever comes to the surface, embrace that with your breath and with your gaze. The pause allows you to connect. Notice the expansion of your chest cavity with your inhalation. Notice the engagement of your core muscles as you exhaling, massaging your organs, awakening your digestive system, your nerve system in a positive manner. And as you scan your body, notice any joints that may be resisting you. Can you loosen the screws any amount? Can you resist less with your muscles? And let the earth, the pillows support you. Breathe in and breathe out. If you have more space and you want to turn your left cheek on the floor, on the pillow, please do so. Notice how that feels and breathe into that new space. Each cycle of your breath, notice the internal count of your breath. So are you breathing shallow breathing? Can you create more depth into it? And then notice the length of your exhalation. Allow your exhalation to be longer than your inhalation. Slowly, slowly release it. Come out of it. Bring your knees up. Rest on your pillows. Take your hands behind your head. Open your heart. Observe. Awaken, let go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Soften the creases of your mouth. Soften your heart. And I turn the light on in your heart. In your chest cavity, turn the light on and feel the expansion of your chest in all 3 dimensions. Slowly, slowly come up to a seat. I hope you're starting to get settled and relaxed. Please move the pillows out of your way. And we're gonna come here into wide-legged forward fold. If you already know that you have wide hamstrings, tight hamstrings, or back, which is all the same back line, the back chain of the body, I will encourage you to sit on maybe a pillow is your last resort, but if you have a blanket or if you have a beach towel, you can fold it in such a way, something like that, that will be enough to cover your hips. Also, another tip is you may not want to open your legs as wide. So if you're super, super tight, then bring your legs a little closer. Sit on the center of your pillow, blanket, whatever it is that you have. In Yin Yoga, no muscle contractions. So we're not worried so much about the alignment as we do in the Yang Yoga, because we want to let the muscles relax and put all our focus, we're turning the lights on in our joints in order to create strength. Tension in the joint creates strength, mobilizes, hydrates blood flow, and to break into that all connective tissue that may limit your movement, mobility. All right, so that's one. Blocks, if you have them, if you have only one block, you can, and you're not that flexible, you may want to keep it on the tall setting and bring maybe your elbows on the block with the heels of your hands on your forehead. So you want to be able to be relaxed. If you have any herniated discs, any back issues, I would encourage you to keep your back straight. If you're super flexible and going straight is no-brainer for you, then for you, maybe you start with your chin coming down and then you flexing your spine, you're rounding your spine, okay? So you have all the options. Remember, we're staying here for 4 minutes here. So pace yourself. If you need to come out and adjust, please do so. If you need to go deeper, do so, but try to stay steady and go. Relax the shoulders, relax your feet. It's so liberating to not having to control or to hold on or to think. Turn your volume of your breath. If you can hardly even notice your breath, then turn it 6 notches up. Notice the expansion of your ribs, and then send that vision of your breath all the way to your hips, to your low back. And then as you scan your body, notice what screws in your joint can you loosen, so your gaze, like a laser light, can travel through the cracks, shine its way upon you, and allow your breath to follow. And then you like to take that inventory again and again, stay where you are. Our habits sneak up on us very quickly. It could be the minute you got out of just checking in with your habits, they'll sneak up on us again. So a good practitioner, constantly taking an inventory, scanning the body, nurturing your tissue and your mind and your nerve system with your breath. And your inner light is your inner eye. Allows you to have some clarity. Sometimes your inner gaze, your pillar of light, can reach beyond your breath. As if it's getting the landscape ready for your breath to follow. And in your vision, wherever your breath can touch, that's a point of healing within yourself. And the more healed we are, the more balanced we are, the happier we are, the happier energy we project through our inner selves to the people around us, and the less reactive we become. So notice your body. Reach beyond your comfort zone with your breath and with your gaze. Every pause allows you to feel. I feel you, I acknowledge you, and I'm healing you. Every exhalation is accompanied or led by your inner pillar of light, as if your inner light or pillar of light or flashlight, all of those little visuals, is like your own bodyguard. It's always there to lead the way. So we're leading the way, going in from a mindset of healing, and with the exhalation, with the mindset of letting go, vacuuming toxins, elimination. Breathe here. Slowly, slowly start to walk back. Bring your legs in. Take your hands behind you. Lift your chest up. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice where you are. Notice what you feel. Slowly bend your knees. We'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana. If you don't have a strap, then you'll do it without the strap. You can still do it. I suggest that you have some little blocks or towels or anything that can help you to support your knees behind you. You will need your pillows, so bring your pillows close by you. So for the ones that have the strap, if it's not already buckled up, make a loop with your buckle about 3 feet. Take the strap behind you. It's easier to do it with the strap buckled already. And also make sure that the tail of your strap is actually facing your chest, not away from you, but facing you. Okay? So bring the strap over your hips. Make sure that the buckle is to the side of you, so it's not touching any legs, and it's also accessible. Soles of the feet together. Your strap goes to the inside of your knees, and over the soles of your feet. Okay? Now, roll the strap so the buckle is close by where you can just adjust it and pull it. Lift your tailbone, lengthen your tailbone forward. And then bring the pillows close to your back so you support it nicely. Okay? Make sure that your head is supported, that you're in a comfortable place. If you don't have a strap, you'll just come exactly like that. And then if you have any blocks that you can rest your outer knees, at least initially, you may not need it. Some of you might need even taller. So let your body surrender as best as you can. And every pose in our practice could be a situation in our lives. So one way to get patient with that, lift your tailbone. Every time you feel you're compressing your tailbone, lift your hips and scoot your tailbone forward. Turn your palms up. So here is your opportunity. If you already made it to the mat here, you most likely have done my classes before, or you've done a Yin Yoga before. And most likely you are a good practitioner because you are interested in healing your body and your mind. So if you already made that effort to come to the mat, then be a good practitioner and use the guidance that I'm trying to offer you here. So find the edge of your pose. Then try to find stillness, meaning you're letting go of the muscles. If you need to move your hands where you don't have to worry about holding them, there may be one on your heart and one on your abdomen. There may be over your head, wherever you are, listen to the guidance of your body. So after we find stillness, we give it time. We allow the body for a change to guide us. And all we're doing is turning our inner flashlights in, and then we're nurturing ourselves with our breath. So your light is vibrant within you, so you have clarity. Your inner light also can be that little aromatherapy wand, that wherever you feel resistance, you're shining your aromatherapy there. Then your breath follows. Pause. And then exhale all the toxins led by your pillar of light, and then pause at the bottom of your exhalation. And then the next cycle of your breath is that same journey again. Notice how the second breath is. Is there more ease? Is it still difficult to breathe into those areas? Spray your aromatherapy. Turn the volume of your breath to volume 6. And notice the expansion of your chest. The bulge of your abdomen creates space within your low back, your organs. Breathe and feel your whole thoracic spine. Feel the bulging, and then exhale, squeeze and let it go. So every breath that you're traveling with, there is a present there is an inner conversation with your breath and your gaze. What am I feeling? Where am I feeling? Where am I shining my breath and my gaze into? And pause, acknowledge that's what you're doing, mindfully. And then exhale, vacuum whatever your body was ready to release. We'll stay here one more. It seems like time is going by so fast here. So we'll stay one more minute here. Breathing. I don't typically practice when I teach, so this is a treat for me as well. And I'm guiding you through the way that I guide you is the way that I practice personally. What I need, every time we all need healing, it never ends. Notice and feel. So when you're really mindful, you lose track of time. You could be here for an hour and it's like, wow, it's just now starting to feel good. So don't let your mind resist you. Turn the light on, and that's not just in your Yin Yoga, that's in your daily life. Every time we get distracted and we fall trapped into the thoughts of the mind, the fluctuation of the mind, we lose the sense of being present. Stay there for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly bring your knees towards each other. Stay there. Lengthen your tailbone. Take your hands over your head. Hold on to your thumb. Hook your thumbs together. And then draw the elbows away from each other. Draw the thumbs without releasing away from each other. And now fill up your spine. Your breath is full. Imagine you have this huge balloon in your chest and your abdominal cavity. How full can your cavities be filled with your breath? Pausing there. Exhale through the mouth. Ah. Slowly release it. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to notice your patience, awakening your body, awakening your mind to create a sense of clarity, letting go of all the tension, the toxins, the news, what's to become, what to be, and to nurture this present moment within you. Medicine for the mind, for the body, for the soul. Just taking time to be still. Slowly push up. Move the strap out of your way. Move your pillows out of the way for now. Okay. And then come into all fours. Take your right knee to the right end of your mat, to the left end of your mat. Take your left knee behind your right knee, okay? And then separate your feet as wide as possible. So your right knee is in front of your left knee. If you have blocks, you can take the blocks. If you don't have blocks, that's okay too. Draw the blocks to the right, and then draw your hips to the right. Now try to draw the right hip back. Your right hip would want to come out to the right. Try to draw it back so both sitting bones are facing the back wall. And the only reason I'm saying that is because if you're already opening your body, I'd rather you open it in the proper plane of the body, the proper alignment. Because your body might go where it wants to go. We don't need to do that. We want to take it to the right alignment to some degree. Once you lengthen, your right knee will be off the floor. Inhale. On the exhale, draw your hips back. The one option would be to stay on the blocks. At one point, if you wanted to get rid of the blocks, it's all individual. If you don't have blocks, you can come to your hands. If you have one block, you can put a block under your forehead. And then if you don't, you can put a pillow under your forehead. You can also come to your forearms, like that. The key here is to relax the knees, your hips, your shoulders. Wherever you feel sensations, the hip hold a lot of tension and emotions. Try to shine your inner light in there. Relaxing the knees. The tendency here is to contract the knees, the glutes, the shins, the feet. Try to release. Your vision is that you have these balloons filled with air, and you're trying to deplete all the air out of those hips, your knees, your shins, your feet. Let your hips sink heavy. And now notice your breath here. Turn the volume in your breath. The tendency is to forget to breathe properly. So find awareness in your breath. And let your inner pillar of light travel into those deep ends where it's hard to relax into, in order to create a sense of ease. So for me, anytime I focus on my inner light and turn the light on in that area that I need attention, immediately there is a sense of giving. There's a sense of surrendering any amount. And I envision the path of your breath shining upon that particular sense of your stretch, Nurture that area, pause, acknowledge, and then vacuum, exhale, let it go. Notice your shoulders, tongue away from the roof of your mouth. All of those can be habits that we're not even aware that we're doing. So try to relax into that. Soften, turn the light on in your head. If that was a situation in your life, this is a safe environment for you to try to use the tools that you acquired and still using now to unobstruct the sensations in your body, to unleash whatever that is that is trapping you in your mind, in your joints, in your digestive system. Slowly push the floor, bring your hands close to you. Oh, I felt that one. Take your left knee out of there. Shake your hips side to side. Breathe and breathe. Make some noises. Release the tension. Let's just rinse the hips a little bit more. Bring your right foot to 45 degrees. Inhale here. On the exhale, draw the left inner knee towards your right heel. Keep your chest upright here. You can rest your right forearm on the thigh. Walk it back. Inhale, exhale. Slowly release it. We'll go to the other side. Bring your left leg 45 degrees. Left forearm on your thigh. If you have a block to support your right hand, you can do that too. Inhale. On the exhale, draw the right inner knee. You may have to walk your right knee out slightly, and then draw the right inner knee towards your heel, just to get some adduction release here. And go forward and back a few times based on your feedback that you're getting from the body. So if there is really a lot of tightness, go forward and back many times, just so you can help hydrate that tissue there and to relax the nerve system, the parasympathetic nerve system, to be able to sustain whatever is coming to the surface from the stretch. Slowly release it. Come back. This time bring your left knee to the right. Take your right knee behind your left knee. Try to snug the knees as best as you can. Separate your feet as wide as you can. If you have blocks or pillows, you can take your whatever you have to support you to the left. And now your left hip is leading the way to the back wall. So if you took a photo of your sitting bones behind you, they would be pretty even towards the back wall. Inhale here. Exhale, draw your hips back. Your left knee will come off the floor. Remember, you can do whatever feels good. You can come on pillows and put your forearms. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Again, even though it's the same stretch on this side, each side is different, and this could be another situation. And how can we use our tool from a place of compassion, with patience, to awaken the connective tissue, to let go of the toxins so we have clarity. The doing and the feeling and the observing all have their own role to play. They're all important. But let's do all of that from a place of compassion and from a place of wisdom. So we're breathing in, volume 6, expand your chest. And I envision your eyes inside of your body with those little balloons expanding your rib cage to the right, to the left, front and back. Bulging your abdomen, so you're feeling this little cylinder filled, like a balloon filled all the way through your lower abdomen, low back. And then envision you have lungs in your hip region. Breathe into that as well. And then pause, acknowledge, I feel you. I notice I have eyes now, so I can feel where the resistance is. And when I acknowledge, then I can heal. Because your breath, your gaze, targets the areas of stretched sensations. And then exhale out, let it go. As you scan your body, notice what muscles can you let go of. And breathe. A few more breaths. This video will still play after we're done. If there's one pose that you feel you needed more time, please go to it, pause, use that as your medicine. You don't have to do all of them, but you can do whatever it is that your body needs the most. If you need to come out of it slightly to adjust, please do so. Inhale. The longer you stay, the more clarity your body has, and the quicker your GPS will be able to find its path through your body. Most of the time we manipulate the body, but we don't really know where we are in our body. Slowly release it. Bring your leg, your knee out. Tuck your toes under. Sit on your heels. Draw your shoulders back. Find some quietness. Bring your hands to your heart center. Soften your skin, the temples of your head. And I feel the length as if your hands hovering over the crown of your head. Feel the length from your pelvic floor to the crown of your head. And I envision your light is turned on through each and every vertebra in your spine. Healing you, strengthening you from the inside. Slowly release it. Relax your feet. Tap the tops of your feet on the mat a few times. Little circles one way and then another. And then we'll come into a pigeon pose. Before I go and show you on the floor, if you have any knee injuries that you need to nurse, feel free to come to modification. Another alternative is to come to your back, and you can take your right ankle over your left knee. For many of you, that might be plenty. If you want a little bit more sensation, your left foot will be on top of a block, so that's just gonna bring the hip flexors closer to you. And if you still want more, you can lift up your left foot off the floor, and then you can hug your thigh or the shin. Please relax your shoulders, stay here. If your chin is too high towards the ceiling, put a pillow under you. Okay? If you're coming with me, you're coming into pigeon pose here. Come to all fours. Make sure you have pillows or blocks nearby just in case you need them. Your right knee towards your right wrist, your left ankle towards your left wrist, any amount. For most of us, I would say start with maybe 30% of where you are, and then eventually, once you create more space, you can bring your ankle further up or not. Okay, and then walk your left foot back as far back as you can. If your right glute is off the floor, then you may want to slide a block or a pillow. Relax the top of your knee, relax the top of your foot. Come forward. You could put your forehead on the block, you can put your forearms on a block or a pillow and breathe here. Take a moment to settle into the pose. Scan your body, scan the sensations where you are. And then slowly loosening the screws in your joints, especially in your right knee and your right hip. And then envision the warmth of your pillar of light melting into the resistance, into the muscles, trickling into the joint, your knee joint, your hip joint, hydrating, strengthening, and then notice the quality of your breath. So I'm not there to see you, but I want to trust that you're breathing fully. If you forget, I'm here to remind you. So turn the volume of your breath to volume 6. And then notice the expansion of your rib cage and notice the bulging of your belly and your low back. Pause there. That gives you the edge of the sensation, and from there exhale out, let it go. Inhale again. Feel the expansion of your chest, the bulging in your abdomen, your low back. Pause. Exhale, let it go. Now can you relax your right knee joint, your shin, your shoulders, your hip, as if you're sinking into the mat, into a sponge. And I bring awareness to your third eye. And I envision this little rainbow color, blue, a magic blue wand. Immediately as you connect to that blue wand, there is a sense of ease, there is a sense of healing, there is a sense of peace. So from your third eye, follow your little blue wand, relaxing into the right hip. Breathe into that. And then turn another light in your kneecap, your right kneecap. Immediately breathe into that. As if your breath is craving, like a magnet, to breathe into that light. And then into your right ankle, turn the right ankle on in a light blue color. And breathe into that. And I envision your whole right hip, your thigh, your knee, your shin, your foot is saturated in that blue color where your breath can travel in and out easily. And each cycle of your breath, you can dive deeper into a deeper layer of your tissue. And as if your right thigh, your right shin and ankle have no muscles, just bones. Notice the freedom of your breath. Expanding your chest, embolden your abdomen. And if you feel that now that you're in a deeper layer of your tissue, there's more resistance, turn another blue light in the whole region, almost diving into the bone. And then every exhalation, vacuuming. All right. Slowly bring your hands by your chest. Bring weight to your right hip. Swing your left leg forward. Oh, I felt that one. Oh, yeah. Lengthen your legs out. Shake it off. Take your hands behind you. Fingers facing away from your hips. Externally rotating your shoulders. Inhale. And then lift your chest. Broaden your collarbone. Slowly lift your chin any amount or not. But push the floor, breathe. Slowly release. Make your circles with your hands one way, and then another way. Open and close. Frame the back of your right knee, bring your right foot on the floor. Frame the back of your left knee, bring the left foot on the floor. Take your hands under and then over, cross over the opposite shin. Okay, if you can't do that, just hold on to whatever you have. Under and then over, changing the hands. Inhale, open your heart, like a cow and cat. Be gentle, engage your core. Exhale, round your spine to the back foot. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, belly in. One more, inhale. Exhale. Each time, notice if you have more space in your spine, draw that spine back. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale, Slowly release it. Cross your legs, come to all fours. Pigeon pose. Remember, if you need to modify, you're going on your back, like I showed you before. This time your left knee will come towards your left wrist. Your left ankle somewhere between your right knee and your right wrist. Tuck your right toes under, walk your right knee back. Walk your right foot back. Create length initially, find your edge. Breathe here. Remember, if you need a block or a pillow under your left hip, under your left glute, that's the time to do it. Now lengthen, relax the right knee, relax the right foot. Come down to your forearms or any variation that works for you. Breathe here. Find your patience, and your second focal point is awakening. Awakening your mind, awakening your body, and awakening the awareness of controlling. So let go. So notice your muscles, your hips. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your body settle. Now you are the observer. The more you let go, the less you resist, the clearer your body is going to talk to you. Breathe. Turn your volume on to volume 6. Find the balloon in your chest cavity, in your abdominal cavity. Feel the expansion of your chest. the bulging of your abdominal and your low back. And then envision your hips have lungs. Can you relax your forearms, your fingers, your shoulders? Relax and open your heart. So your right hip had a light blue rainbow color. And now from your third eye, envision a light soft green, a rainbow soft green color, traveling through your chest, through your abdominal, massaging your digestive system, and then turning the light on in your left hip, your left knee, your left ankle. Breathe into that. Every time you're associating the color green, there is a sense of surrendering. And then immediately your breath is urging or urged naturally to breathe and to nurture and to heal, whatever that is that you feel. So remember the practice of yoga, and I particularly love the practice of Yin Yoga because it allows us to be mindful. It forces us to go in to our being in a safe manner. So I always remind you that your body is so smart that it knows what it's ready to release and to let go. All I ask of you, and all your body asks of you, is to have your third eye, your inner eye, open, and to nurture the tissue and the emotions with your breath. Just like watching, observing a river flowing. So follow that stream of breath and your inner light within you. And notice how you can iron out tension, toxins, stress, trauma. And our goal, hopefully, is that our mat time in a safe environment allows us to be the school, to practice the school of life. Because if we could do the same thing, we will react less, we will spend less time in our heads and more in our wisdom, and we'll be able to see the world from a different place. So breathe into that. When you feel sensations, don't run away from them, but face them. Shine your light, shine your gaze. Slowly, slowly push the floor. That was 5 minutes on each side. Bring weight to your left hip. Swing your right leg all the way forward. Hands behind you, just shake your hips side to side. Wonderful. All right, so we have 2 more poses. We're gonna go prone on our belly. The first one will be either 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 1 o'clock, okay? If that's way too easy for you, then feel free to bend your elbow to 90 degrees. You'll get a deeper stretch in your pecs. Keep one pillow nearby just in case you need it. If you have glasses, I recommend to move them out of the way because they will poke you. So come all the way to your belly. Get my tongue here. Shift your hips to the left. Take your right hand to either 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or bent elbow. Turn your right cheek on the floor. And then lift up your left leg behind you. Any amount. In the beginning, for some of you, you may have to bend your knees You may even put a pillow between your thighs if you're super tight, okay? And then slowly, once your body opens up, you'll be able to extend your legs further and further. So right now, you see I'm tight somewhere because my left foot is not on the floor, but in time, hopefully it will come down. So breathe in. If you need to put a support for your leg, the left leg, you can do that too. Keep breathing. Take the opportunity to really open your body. Notice what the feedback you're getting on this side. And again, try to relax your shoulder joint, your hips, your belly. Long breath, inhale and pause. Exhale. Remember, your medicine, your healer is your breath and your inner gaze, your inner flashlight. Sometimes your inner flashlight is also an internal massage. Sometimes it's the soft voice that reminds you that the discomfort is only temporary and there is a benefit at the end of whatever it is that you're doing. Oftentimes we become smarter through the challenges of our lives and stronger. So through challenging the joints here, remember, let go of the muscles. Through creation of force into the joints, we create strength, we create mobility, we detox. And then when you feel that there is an area that is really almost making you feel nauseous, turn a brighter light on into that particular area and turn your volume up of your breath. Feel the expansion of your breath. Anytime you notice the expansion of your breath, that means you're being mindful. The more mindful you are, the more clarity you will have in your body, the faster you'll be able to heal. So we're creating or unobstructing all of that dormant energy in the body. The body has 72,000 nadis. Nadi is an energy channel. So oftentimes, when everything is obstructed, we feel sluggish, we feel depressed. Oh, here we go. All right. Come out of it. I could go to sleep now. I don't know about you guys. I hope you feel as good as I do. This is a treat for me. All right. Shift your hips to the right. Take your left hand to either 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or bend the elbow to 90 degrees. Left cheek on the floor. If you need a pillow, make sure that it's there for you. Lift up your right leg and then swing it behind you. Separate your legs as wide as possible. Bring the right elbow down away from you. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, in your vision, close your eyes and envision this little roadmap in your body. Your inner light is traveling through those roadmaps, trying to create a path for your breath to hydrate, to nurture. Breathe in there. Maybe your inner map has different roads with different colors. So use your visuals, whatever works for you to create clarity within your roadmap, within your body. Do that and allow your breath with volume. Notice if your rib cage is expanding. Notice if your abdomen is bulging. And pause at the top of that breath. The top of your breath gives you the maximum edge of that particular cycle of breath, so you know where you are in your body. So now you're focusing your breath and your gaze into that spot, and that's exactly where you also exhale out of. You're vacuuming the toxins, and then you come back again. Remind yourself, patience. When we break each and every target or a task that we have, when we break it down to smaller increments, it becomes doable. The nervous system likes that. The brain doesn't like to be overwhelmed. When it does, it gets into that fight and flight mode. So when we break it down into small increments, your parasympathetic nervous system is responding and allows you to relax into whatever that is. Envision your breath traveling up those little road maps, nurturing, letting go. And as if you're turning your whole body on with the light from the inside, from your feet, from your hands, from the crown of your head. Envision your whole body internally is working, hydrating. Slowly, slowly come up. Bring your pillow for a moment here. Just rest in a fetus pose, just for a breath or two. Notice how you feel. Breathe into your spine. Soak in the space, the peace. Sense of gratitude for being able to do this practice. A gratitude for being able to be here today. And when we think about it, even gratitude to be able to challenge the body. That's a gift. To be able to challenge the body, knowing that there is a benefit at the end of that. Soak in that mental peace as the mat supports you, Mother Earth supports you. And then slowly come up, push. Okay? For this one, you'll need a pillow. We'll come into a hip flexor stretch. Right? So I call it the bed stretch. It might have a different name, but I came up with that in the bed, so that's why I call it the bed stretch. Okay, so you're going to slide you on your left side of the body. You're going to slide your left arm, take the pillow above your left shoulder, okay? Like that. Bend your right knee. Make sure you have a strap, just in case you need it for binding. Your right knee has a wheel, so you'll be able to glide forward and back if you wish. Come all the way down to your belly, walk your left knee to the left, and then bend your left foot, or bend your left knee. If you have the ability to reach with your hand, you're binding here. If you don't, then that's where the strap is going to be handy for you. You can just tag it over your left foot here, okay? And then keep your right elbow fairly straight on that. Now, what you could do, you can glide forward. You could walk your left ankle to the left or to the right, okay? And then just find a place. So you internally or externally rotating the left hip, depending on where you feel the stretch. So I'll let you be the guide. You may find one spot that needs attention, stay there and breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Be gentle. Now, if you're gripping, once you settle in, the softer your grip is, the deeper the stretch is, but without force. When you pull the foot too hard, then it's gonna only go to the surface. You're gonna feel a stretch for a short period of time, and then your nerve system is gonna shut down. Okay, so the softer you are, that's when your body is gonna find its own little GPS, and it'll be gentler, but over time, you're gonna start to really feel the stretch. Turn the light on in your body, your inner flashlight, and then turn the volume of your breath. Shine your breath into the area that you feel the most. Breathe in. Soften your heart. Separate your teeth away from each other. Relax your eyebrows. Awakening and patience. So when you have the urge of getting out of something, turn that awareness to your patience. And through patience, you can change your habits in your life. Remember, when something you cannot tolerate and you know you need to do it, you get out of it, in the long run, you're not benefiting yourself. So you're shortchanging yourself. So when you take a pause and use patience and awakening and awareness, before you know it, it becomes a new habit, it becomes easier. And that programs our nerve system to be able to adapt to other situations in life. Find another spot if you have it. Give it the last squeeze here. Again, if that feels really good for you and you're a runner or you sit a lot, then come back to that pose and do it again. We're just running out of time. There's never enough time in my classes because I want to give you everything I have. We'll go to the other side. So, resting on the right side. Make sure your pillow is above your right shoulder. Slide your right hand underneath you. Bend your left knee. Tuck your right toes under and walk your right knee to the right. Make sure that you support it nicely with your head over the pillow. And I bend your right knee. If you need a strap, you take a strap. If you don't, you don't. Walk the right knee away from you to the right. And then just roll a couple of times to find the spot that serves you most. And then be gentle with your grip, so you're barely pulling on the foot. But you're deeply breathing. Pause at the top of your breath. We store a lot of emotions and tension in the hip region. So be mindful, breathe in use compassion, gentleness. And take a moment, if you made it this long on the video, be proud of yourself for being patient. And through discipline, time and time again, we create a sense of change in the body. So all of us want to be peaceful and calm. We really do, but we want it just to happen, and it just doesn't happen that way. I haven't found a formula yet, so if you did, please share it. So through discipline, through patience, through awareness, through practice again and again, we make little step, little progress. When we use that form of healing, we can overcome disease, we can overcome so many obstacles in our lives just by using those tools and being disciplined and patient and persistent. Find another area for you. And then there's always that mind game. We want to be peaceful, but then the mind pulls us to say, oh, we need to do this and that. But when you say, no, I need this time for me, you'll be amazed that you can find time to do all the other things you had to do. But at least you nurtured yourself first. Slowly release your foot. Stay there for another breath or two. Relax the leg, relax your arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Slowly push up. Final pose, Shavasana. I mentioned at the beginning of class that if you have a wall in front of you by your mat, you can pull your mat towards the wall. Or if you have a pillow or a blanket, you can rest the pillow or the blanket under your low back, okay? And then bring the legs on the wall. I'm not going to show that because we're running out of time, but if you already know what I'm talking about, I suggest to bring your right hip or the left hip adjacent to the wall, okay, that's the wall, and then scoot your hips close to the wall, lift your hips, and then you'll be here. If you have super tight hamstrings, your glutes may not be close to the wall. It's probably be better for you to have your legs this way instead of straight up. So your hips will go back. And then lift your hips up and put your blanket underneath. And if not, if you have blocks, you want to put them under your knees for Shavasana, please feel free to do so. Even yourself out, hug your knees, hold on to opposite elbows, walk your shoulders away from each other. Extend your legs out, let them fall where they may, and then drop your hands out and let them fall where they may. Take a deep inhale. Through the mouth, exhale. Let your knees, your ankles, your hips, your belly, your chest, your arms be heavy. And now that we've practically stretched every part in your body, from your third eye, as you turn your little magic wand, maybe a bright or a golden yellow color, traveling within you. Feel the space, feel the freedom of your breath. Maybe you feel your mind, your body more awakened, And I envision your mat is your little boat on that little river, floating peacefully. Your inner light can shine within you and then through you, all the way around you. Envision your light can send a hug, a comforting word to a relative, a friend that lives even in another country or in another state. And maybe through the palms of your hand, you're receiving the love, the hugs, the messages from other friends, or maybe even people you don't know, but they care enough about humanity. Let it resonate and land on the palms of your hands into your heart center. Now feel the crown of your head elongating as if your hands are hovering over the crown of your head, elevating you to a higher consciousness. And as you turn the lights on in your feet, grounded into the earth that nurtures you, that stabilizes you. And as you bring your palms together to your heart center, to your own little sacred place, your unconditional inner friend, your inner light, right here to offer you guidance and strength, peace and gratitude, compassion and love. Breathe into that space. And then bring your thumbs between your eyebrows to your third eye, your ajna, where your inner concentration and focus is. Not your mind, but your higher wisdom. Now connect the light from your third eye to your heart center, from your heart center to your third eye. Bend your knees. Roll over to fetus pose. Stay here just for 30 seconds for quiet. Slowly press your top hand, extend your top leg, let your head come last to a comfortable seat. Open your arms out wide, inhale. On the exhale, give yourself a big hug. Bow your head to your heart. Take a picture of your state of mind, your body, your patience, your awareness. Bring your hands together to your heart center. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me. Namaste. It's always an honor to be with whoever is there to share that space with us. Thank you. Namaste. Please, as I said, the video is here. Feel free to visit and do little increments of it if you have a heavy load of a day, if you feel that you need just to be grounded. You can take just one pose and then work on that. I am going on a little road trip to visit my daughter, but I will continue to do the classes online. If anything changes, you will get notices from fitness partners. Please leave us comments, share our videos with other people. We always love to hear from you, and your comments make me a better teacher. Thank you. Namaste.